Hi Aries, welcome to your reading for the week of November 17th to the 23rd. Pick a comfy spot, grab a nice warm drink, and let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. This week we're going to be doing a Celtic cross, and I'm using a new deck I just got. It's called Wild Reflections Tarot, so I'm super excited to use this. And like usual, before we go, we will pull a self-care card and an affirmation card. But for now, let's see what is going on with you. Okay, Aries. So our first card here is the Queen of Swords, which is the situation card, and then the challenge is the Hangman. So I think that what's going on with you is that you kind of know the truth about something that you've been thinking about for a while, but you're having a little bit of trouble kind of moving from where you are, from either starting or taking the leap, whatever that is. And the cause is the Empress, which is interesting. That means that you really do know what's best for you here. What's best for you, what's best for your family, what's best for the people around you. I feel like you're just stuck. You're just stuck and you don't know how to kind of take the first step. So, but you already know what the truth is about this situation. And with the cause being the Empress, this is something that has to do with nurturing either yourself or your family. I feel like I'm getting a really strong family vibe off of this. So I think this has to do with what is best for you and the people around you. And you want to be able to take care of them in some kind of way. But I feel like fear is the thing that is kind of stopping you from making the first move, or beginning whatever this is that you want to get started on. In the recent past here, we have the Star, which makes sense because this is hopes and dreams and wishes kind of energy. So I think whatever you are thinking about getting started, you've been hoping for a long time. But here's the thing. We can't just hope and wish something into existence. You actually do have to physically make the first step. And I'll tell you from experience, and I'm sure lots of people would say the same thing, and that is that the first step is always, first of all, it's always the hardest, and it is something that once you take the first step, the second step is not as hard, and the third step is not as hard as the second, and on and on and on. We really build up the first, just going for it, into something so much bigger than it is. And there are ways to kind of trick yourself into getting over this. And one of those ways is to just tell yourself, I'm just going to do this one thing, and not thinking about all the other things that you would have to do after that. But yeah, in the recent past, I can see that you've been thinking about this a lot. In the near future, you have the Nine of Wands. So I think that you're going to be feeling a little bit defeated. Okay, so whatever this situation is for you, if this is a new job or like moving house or whatever it is, I think that you're going to there's going to be a few snags along the way, and there always is with anything that's worth anything. Very rarely in this life do things just come easily to people. So I want you to keep that in mind. When you're taking the first steps with whatever this is, just know that you're headed in the right direction here. Like with the Empress and the Star, this is all really, really good energy. Um, just go ahead and take the first step on this, okay, Aries? So next we have what you need to know, and that is the Eight of Swords. This makes complete sense. So the Eight of Swords, as you can see in this card, she's looking at her reflection. Her reflection is all tied up. The Eight of Swords is a card where you are the only thing standing in your way. Your overthinking is the only thing keeping you all tied up. So this is exactly what you need to know, is that you are the only thing standing in your own way between you and whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Okay? So don't let overthinking take over your life. The only thing you're going to regret at the end of your life is the stuff that you didn't do, not the stuff that you tried. Even if you try and you fail, you're not going to regret trying and failing because you're going to learn something from it. Not saying that you are going to fail at whatever this is. I'm just saying that you need to try, or else I don't think that you'll be very happy about not trying, basically. So for your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're wondering if this is going to turn out. You're wondering if this is going to, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of like waiting for your harvest. So you're wondering, that's what you're hoping and fearing is you're wondering, is this going to work out for me? And I think that this has to do a lot with manifestation. So if you think it's going to work, it's going to work. If you think deep down that it's not going to work, then it won't. Okay? So you need to keep a positive mind about whatever it is that you're wanting to do. For some of you, this is a job. For some of you, this is moving. For some of you, could be changing the family dynamic. It's going to be different for everybody, right? But I can see that you're really worried about this, but you shouldn't be too worried about it, because I can see here that things are going to be fine as long as you get out of your own way. That's the only snag here, to be honest. So next we have the external energy, which is the Four of Pentacles. So this is like I know that it shows somebody holding the pentacles, or the sunflowers in this case, but it really represents lack energy. So I think that lack energy and mindset has been around you for a long time. So you really need to try and get out of the lack mindset so that you can bring in all the abundance that you're wanting to create here. Okay? So maybe go on YouTube, watch some meditations about switching from lack mindset to abundance mindset, because like it is amazing to like say the things out loud and try and do the work, but deep down, if you really 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 feel in lack and like this thing will never work out for you, then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It won't. Okay? So you really really want to keep that in mind. The advice is the Lovers. So the advice is that you obviously want whatever this is. You have to love whatever this is. And I get the feeling that you you are passionate about whatever this is. But like I said, with the lack mindset, we have to get away from the lack mindset and into the love and abundance energy and mindset. Because yeah, like I said before, if you really really deep down don't feel like it's going to work out, you have to be able to love yourself either way. You have to be able to be content either way, and you have to really come into knowing that things are going to happen. There's ups and downs in everyone's life. That's why we're here. You're going to succeed and you're going to fail many times in your life. And both of them are just as valuable at the end of your life. You don't get to take material things with you. You don't get to take people with you. You don't get to take anything with you except for what you experienced here. So both the successes and the failures are just as valuable. Okay? So you really have to fall in love with the idea that you believe in yourself and whatever this is, and that you love yourself enough to accept whether it is a success or a failure, that either way it was a success because you got to experience it. And then the possible outcome here, we have the Two of Pentacles. So I think that this is open-ended. I think Spirit is saying this is open-ended, just like I said earlier. And that is, it's really up to you and your deep down feelings, mindset, and energy regarding the situation. So it really is up to you here what happens. If you want to put in the work to being okay either way and really falling in love with the idea of the experience is the most important part, and that everything will turn out for your highest good, then you really can't go wrong. But if you're just going to, like continue thinking negatively about it and overthinking it, it's not going to end up the way that you're hoping it will, right? So it really is up to you here, just like everything in life. Like, I feel like we all feel like everything is so out of our control, and it really isn't, because at the end of the day, we get to choose like how we experience things. We get to choose how we react to things in this life. And so, all the good things could happen to somebody. Somebody could have all the money in the world, all the family in the world, all the whatever in the world, but still not feel good, or like it's enough, or like they're fulfilled. It's really up to us to choose whether or not we feel fulfilled or not with what we have, right? So that was interesting. So the main takeaway is you got this. Fall in love with what you're doing, and either way it doesn't matter, because you're going to come out of this with some kind of beautiful experience. Okay, Aries? So before we go, we're going to pull a self-care card and a affirmation card. So the self-care card is something that you can do this week to take care of yourself, show yourself a little bit of love, okay? So let's see, self-care for Aries, please. Self-care for Aries, please. Ooh, you're gonna have a burning bowl ritual. So you know what? Whatever is keeping you stuck to the past, regarding your self-confidence, get rid of all that stuff. So if you have a journal from when you were younger, and maybe you wrote down some stuff like, oh, like my parents don't believe in me, or so and so doesn't believe in me, or whatever, get rid of that stuff. It's not doing you any good. It's just allowing that energy to hang around you still. And if you don't have something like that already laying around, what you're going to want to do is maybe write it down. Like if there is specific things that happened in your life that caused you to always question things and not believe in yourself, write those things down. Like so and so said this, or this happened and I failed and it made me feel this way. And then go ahead and burn and release those things. I think that will really help with you being able to take the first step and move forward in this situation. Okay, Aries? And the last card before we go is our affirmation card for the week. Let's see. Aries affirmation for the week. Surrender. So we have surrender. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Ooh, I absolutely love that for you. So yeah, stop trying to overthink everything and over plan everything. You don't have to have everything planned out perfectly for it to work. Plus, things are never going to go exactly the way that you planned it out in the beginning. You're going to have to make revisions anyways. Sometimes you just have to jump. Sometimes you just have to be the fool and take the leap and deal with whatever comes to you as it comes to you, right? So surrender to the universe so it can help bring in all the things that you're wanting it to. That was beautiful, Aries. That's what I have for you this week. I hope this reading has been insightful. Until next time, remember you are smart, kind, beautiful, and brave. Bye, my friend.